Hi, I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. Today we're taking it back to the basics. We're going to make simple white rice. Rice seems like something that should be so easy to cook, but it's one of those things I hear in my cooking classes time and again. People have trouble. Either it comes out crunchy, or it's mushy, or it's burnt on the bottom. So we're going to solve all those problems today. I'm giving you all my secrets, tips, and tricks for making foolproof, consistently good, flavorful, light, fluffy white rice every single time. And while the rice is cooking, I'm going to show you a way where you can really dress up the flavors by adding cilantro and lime and a little lime zest. Let's get started. How do you know which rice to get? This is a, so heavy, 20-pound bag of Royal Basmati rice that I get on Amazon. It's grown in India and it is just a lovely flavor. I love having the bulk bag. I use it all the time and it lasts me for a long time. Now let's talk about the pan. This is an all-clad. I love it. It's got a nice thick core, which prevents burning on the bottom, which is important for rice because it's over a fire for a long time. The other key is it needs to have a tight-fitting lid, and this will hold the steam in while the rice cooks. A lot of times if the lid doesn't fit quite right, it's leaking out the whole time. So if you're looking for one of those, you might try a place like Home Goods that has quality pots for discount prices. As far as ingredients for the rice, we're going to use rice, the basmati rice from India, olive oil, a clove of garlic, salt, and water. And that is our basic recipe for white rice. The great thing about this simple recipe is that you can then dress it up. You can get more creative and add lime and cilantro, or you could add tomato paste and peas and make it more of a Mexican red rice. So there's just so many ways to dress this up. All right, enough talking, let's get cooking. To start, we'll need 1 cup of basmati rice. And you can rinse the rice. A lot of people do. It takes some of the starch off so the grains don't get as sticky. I personally don't, just a time-saving thing. I just want to throw it in the pot. So either way works, but feel free to rinse your rice if you prefer a lighter, a little even fluffier rice that doesn't stick together. So we've got our pan heating up. I'm going to add a little olive oil. You just coat the bottom of the pan. So it's quite a bit of olive oil. What we're going to do is toast the rice in the olive oil. To flavor the rice, we're going to use 1 clove of garlic. And here's the great part. You don't have to chop it. It's very simple with just 1 whole clove of garlic. So I'm using this gadget. It is a garlic peeler. It's a little silicone cylinder and it's so easy to use. You just take the garlic, peel and all, put it right in there, and then rub your hand on it like this. Peeled garlic, just like that. So we have our peeled garlic. Now we're going to add it to the hot oil and let it kind of flavor the oil. You can move that around a little bit with a wooden spoon. You don't want to burn the garlic, but we're just kind of bringing out the flavor here. So now we have our garlic and oil in the pot. We're going to add 1 cup of white rice. And we're going to let that toast in the oil and garlic. Now we'll add our 1 teaspoon of salt. Next up, 2 cups of water. So the rice, oil, and garlic and salt are in the pan kind of toasting, and now we're going to add our water. You could certainly use chicken broth or beef broth or veggie broth if you prefer, but I'm just to keep it simple, I'm using 2 cups of just regular water. Let's pour that in. Give that a stir, and then we're going to wait until this comes to a boil. Okay, the rice is boiling, you can see that, so we're going to turn the fire down to low and cover with the tight-fitting lid. Now we'll set a timer for 20 minutes. And that is that. While the rice is cooking, I'm going to show you a way where you can really dress up the flavors by adding cilantro and lime and a little lime zest. So lime zest sounds kind of fancy. It's not. If you have a microplane grater or zester, it's very simple to just zest the lime. The key is you don't want to go through this initial layer of rind into the pith. This can be bitter. So just on the outside of the lime is all you're going to do. And this will just give it a super, super lime flavor. So one time a long time ago, I made a lime soup, and I thought, well, for lots of flavor, I'll just juice the lime and then put the whole lime in there. And the soup came out so bitter. Moral of the story, don't use the whole lime. It's tempting because you think, oh, that's going to be a great flavor, but it's not. It turns out very bitter. So stick with the zest and the juice. Now we're going to juice the lime. Whenever I'm juicing limes, all I can think of is margarita. All this lime juice calls for a little triple sec in tequila, right? A little salt and lime makes me want a vacation. There is, and the other half. And now we're going to prep the cilantro. So this is just cilantro, and I tore off the bottom stems, the really thick ones. And I don't mind having some stems. They have great flavor, but not the really thick ones because that just doesn't taste very good. So pull off the leaves and don't worry about getting a few stems in there. It's just, now we'll chop the cilantro. And for chopping cilantro, what you want to do is preferably have a good chef's knife, and you're going to put your hand down here at the end, hold the tip in place. And then we're simply going to go through the cilantro up and down while holding this one in place. And your fingers are up so they're not, risking getting cut, but they're up, but they're holding the knife in place. And then you can just go around like that. The mistake I see a lot in cooking classes is that people will come in backwards, and this is not going to get you very far. So that's one thing. Also, if you're not holding the tip, I guess you could cut this way, it's just not as efficient. So my recommendation for mincing, chopping herbs like cilantro is to have your hand down here at the end and then just go right through the pile. And you bring the pile back together, because with really soft herbs, you kind of want a nice thick pile. It gives you a little more resistance, and so you can chop through it easier. So we're just going to chop through the cilantro like that. Here we go. And here is our chopped cilantro, lime zest, and lime. We are ready for our rice to be finished. And then we'll be ready to toss it together and serve. Sounds like it's ready. The top is hot, so I'm going to use a towel or an oven mitt. And look at all that steam. Oh, look how good that looks. And we can fluff that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that looks so divine. And we can pop out these garlics. We don't need those anymore. They've done their job, added flavor. Look at this beautiful, fluffy, flavorful rice. You can see it's not burned on the bottom at all. It's just very nicely cooked. Now the rice is ready. Let's have a little taste to make sure everything turned out like it usually does. Yum. Yum. And people don't say that about white rice. It's just like, oh, just some rice, some filler. No, this is so flavorful and so good. You've got to try this recipe. So let's move some of the rice over to this lovely bowl. Probably take my spoon out. So adding the rice here. So nice and fluffy. Let's add our lime juice. And then we'll add our chopped cilantro. Add that, and again, remember you can always add more, but you can't take away. So I'm just going to toss that gently. This looks and smells so good. The lime zest in there really gives it so much flavor. And plus, since we cooked it with garlic and toasted the rice in the olive oil, it's just got depth of flavor, which is always something that you're going for with recipes. It's like a real depth. People can't tell exactly what's in there, exactly what flavor they're tasting, but there's just a lot going on, and it's so just rich with flavors. And I've got to have a bite now. Yum. There is so much lime flavor. It is so delightfully tangy. And then the cilantro adds such a wonderful herby flavor. So the whole thing is just delicious. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made a basic white rice with all my secrets, tips, and tricks, especially where to buy the rice and what kind to buy. And then we dressed it up with cilantro and lime for a little extra punch of flavor. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Please let me know if you do get a chance to try it. Also, be sure to like and subscribe so we can stay in touch. I've got more great videos coming. And please, if there's anything you want to see, leave me a comment about that too. I'm always looking for ideas about what you guys are looking for. Because really, that's what this is all about. It's about making delicious food made with love for people that you care about and sharing food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours. Thanks. Bye-bye.